everyone, today I've got your Amazing Spider-Man movie review. I originally didn't want to see this movie out of all the other superhero movies that had come out this year, and I just thought, you know, what the heck, I've already seen the Avengers, I've already seen The Dark Knight Rises, why not see the Amazing Spider-Man? Why not see the Amazing Spider-Man? I mean, it can't be that bad. I went to go see it, and I was kind of disappointed of it. I did not really like it. This movie is basically the untold story. I would have to disagree. It is pretty much like the original Spider-Man that was starring Tobey Maguire instead of Andrew Garfield. I think that, like, that series was better instead of this movie that was directed by Mark Webb. Ironically, his last name is Webb, like Spider Web. And the starring role is Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and he is this apparently, like, he's like a cool guy, but he's not as, like, you know, defenseless as Tobey Maguire was in the original movies. And no, I am not trying to compare both, I'm just saying it's kind of hard not to. And his parents leave him when he's a little child, so he goes to live with his aunt and uncle. Gwen Stacy is also in this movie. She was in Spider-Man 3, and she is played by Emma Stone. I thought her character was actually really cool, and she definitely seemed very intelligent and was very pretty, and she had a lot of good chemistry with Andrew Garfield. I really liked that aspect. There is a new villain, which is the Lizard, played by Rhys Ifans, and he was really perfect. I know a lot of people were hoping, or were thinking, that the Lizard was not going to be done right, and everybody wished that he was going to be done right. I think the Lizard was really awesome. Now, I don't know a lot about the Lizard, so I was basically going into the movie not knowing who the Lizard was, except that Kurt Connors is a scientist who ended up transforming himself into that cold-blooded creature. The transformation part was really cool, and even though it was all in CGI, there were parts that I thought, like, oh, this does not look CGI at all. What's going on here? I thought, if that's true, that it wasn't all CGI, it looked pretty awesome, and I was really impressed by that. The story, despite it not being completely original, this version of the Spider-Man movies it's really dark, and it's got this sort of Dark Knight gritty feel to it, so I really like that aspect of it, and also it's more realistic, and it just seems like these things can happen, except the Lizard part. Godzilla is from Tokyo. That I actually, after complaining about not even wanting to see this, I go in seeing this movie, and I was actually really impressed by it. I may see it again someday, but for now I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is right now. But I will say that it wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be, because I've been so used to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. Those I grew up watching, and I really enjoyed them. This one, I would say it was decent, but it wasn't my favorite superhero movie. I mean, it's Spider-Man. How many, like, things can he do? He's got, like, these really awesome, like, this new web slinger thing, so instead of having, like, that biological stuff, like, he actually makes the web shooter, like, that part about it. But other than that, I mean, his character was really funny, and he was very, like, wisecracking and just getting beat up, like, 24/7. So, and Sally Field played Aunt May, and Uncle Ben was played by Martin Sheen. I thought they were pretty good in their roles respectively. I would have actually loved to see a little bit more, but since this is Peter Parker's Spider-Man story, and he didn't even turn into Spider-Man until, like, halfway through the film, so it was kind of good to see, like, what, you know, his life was like before Spider-Man, and how that all, like, progressed. I really like that. Overall, I would say that I slightly enjoyed the movie. There were a few things that I didn't like about it, despite having some decent acting, and also, Dennis Leary played Captain Stacy, who's Gwen Stacy's dad. It's kind of annoying at times, but oh well. I'm going to say what the spoiler was in the movie, but if you've seen it, you know what happens. In the comments what you guys thought of The Amazing Spider-Man, if you think that this one is better than the original trilogy with Tobey Maguire, or if you like that series better than this movie. Who do you think is a better Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield, if you are excited to see the Amazing Spider-Man sequel? You guys can also subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates. Come back every week for a Chill Out Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.